Science for Peace
Science for Peace grants an award every year which is called Art for Peace for artists that have distinguished themselves for their commitment in favor of a culture of peace. In the past editions, Art for Peace award was given to artists coming from very different arts, from music, cinema, photography, literature. This year instead, the prize is devoted to music once again. But this time it will be granted to a woman artist coming from Mali. Fatoumata Diawara, an artist who, through her words, through her music, denounces and fights against all types of violence against women that unfortunately are still subject to it today. The commitment of women in favor of peace is very dear to Science for Peace. We'd like to invite another woman whose name evokes courage for civil rights to come to the podium for the granting of the award. It is with great pleasure that I'd like to invite Mrs. Kathleen Kennedy Townsend to come to the podium. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and good morning.
I'm very grateful to Dr. Veronese and the Veronese Foundation for their leadership on peace and on science and what we can do to make this a more just world. In particular, I want to thank Dr. Veronese for what he has done for women in his research on cancer and his help with women with cancer. And I think that has led him to understand the importance of women's rights throughout the world. Women, although we're half of the population, suffer in many ways. Many women don't have the rights to education. Many suffer from family violence. And when they suffer from family violence, they don't have the police or the judges or the district attorneys who will protect them. There are many ways to fight against violence. One, through being a politician, being a doctor, being a lawyer. But there's one very special way, which is being an artist. And I want to quote my uncle, John Kennedy, what he said about the importance of art. And because, as you can see, I'm getting older, I'm going to put on my glasses. When power leads man towards arrogance, poetry reminds him of his limitations. When power narrows the areas of man's concern, art reminds him of the richness and diversity of his existence. When power corrupts, poetry and music cleanses. For art establishes the basic human truths which must serve as the touchstone of judgment. And any nation which disdains the mission of art invites the fate of Robert Frost's hired man, the fate of having nothing to look back to with pride and nothing to look forward to with hope. Well, today, we are lucky to have Fatoumata, who has accomplished a great deal for which he has much pride and gives us hope for the future of women in her music, in her song, and in her power for courage. Here we have Fatoumata.
My art name is Fatou. When I was a little child, I dreamt I was an actress, to become an actress and to sing. But my family chose for me, and they forced me to marry a person I hadn't chosen. I left my land, I left the place I was born. I ran away. And I started to sing in the cafes in Paris. My voice was nice, and I sang in my own language. I was successful. And then in Mali, the civil war exploded. And religious fanatics wanted to impose the veil on women. They wanted to ban music. And so I went back there and I tried to get down to work and do something about it. I think that nobody has to impose his or her choices on others. I think that music is a deed, is an act of rebellion. I don't embrace a gun, but I embrace my guitar. I sing. My name is Fatou.
Become of the impact it would have on my country's story. I wrote it instinctively for the preservation of Malian culture, for children, and especially for women who suffer the most in the situation that have developed there. The song Maliko is the proof that peace in Mali is possible. And I thank all the artists that took part in this project, Maliko. Without their faith, they show me this project will never have been possible. Musical culture is one of the most important, greatest assets in Mali, and it must be protected. I would like to thank you, Veronize Foundation, for giving me this prize and for everything it is doing in its fight for promote peace in the world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Stand there. And then wave. Can you wave?
Yes.
No, wave.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Now take this.
Thank you.